A key to SEO is setting realistic expectations. If you want to rank at the top, you should know this. Hey everyone, I'm Patel, and today I'm going to break down how much time you should spend on SEO in order to rank number 1. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to this channel, and if you're on YouTube, click the alert notification. If you want to grow slow and steady, spend 3 to 6 hours doing research and creating content per week. Spend 4 hours in competitive research per month to identify new opportunities with keywords you are still not targeting but that aren't too competitive. I want you to spend another 4 hours optimizing for technical SEO per month. And you can do this through the Ubersuggest Site Audit report. And if you want to grow aggressively, right, not slow and steady, but you want to grow aggressively, I want you to spend 3 hours a day doing research and creating content. Spend a minimum of 1 hour per day doing link building and content promotion. If you create a lot of content but you don't ever promote it, you're just not going to get the traffic no matter how good your content is. And then you need to spend at least 3 hours per week writing emails for your email subscribers and scheduling them, so then that way you can get more people to read your articles, which helps increase social shares, and that also helps increase backlinks. I want you to also spend 1 hour a week creating new lead magnets to grow your email subscriber base. So that's like a guide to SEO or how to get your dog to lose weight in 30 days. Those are all examples of lead magnets, and you would collect emails. And you can use tools like HelloBar for that. You can use tools like Opt-in Monster for that. And you want to spend a minimum of 3 hours creating and scheduling content for your strongest social media platforms. Right? These are the platforms that you're already doing well on, and you want to focus your attention on that. You could spend all your time on all the platforms out there, but we all know there's not enough time in the day for that. So, do you want to know how I spend my time on SEO with the site that's already established? Well, the way I spend my time is every single week, I go onto Ubersuggest and I look for keyword opportunities. So in Ubersuggest, I can type in my domain name, Neil Patel, and there's a report that looks at competitor domains, and it shows me all the other competing domains, the keywords that I rank on, that they also rank for. These are competing domains, right? Because if we both share a lot of common keywords, that means we're in similar industries. Then I also look for all the keywords that they rank for that I don't rank for. And then I start looking at those keywords and seeing if they're related enough for me to create content around. And then I start creating content around those pages. And if you also have an established website like me, the other big group of time that I spent a lot of energy on is I go into Google Search Console and I look for all the pages that are getting less traffic quarter over quarter, year over year. And if I can see trends of pages declining in traffic, I look for the keywords that are actually declining related to those pages. And if that keyword was never related to the page in the first place, I don't worry about it. But if that keyword is related, I go and Google that term. I look to see all the people who rank above me, and I try to create content that's way better than them. I try to create a user experience that's better than them. I really focus on going above and beyond and being better than my competition. The next thing that I spend time on is I make sure that my site is buttoned up from an on-page SEO perspective. It doesn't matter how much content creation that you have or how much link building generation that you're doing. If Google can't crawl your website, you're screwed. So I just make sure that my site's buttoned up. And if you create a project in Ubersuggest, it'll automatically run a weekly site audit and tell you when there's new errors that you need to fix, and it shows them to you. So just fix those in priority, because the ones that Ubersuggest presents first are the ones that you should fix first, because they'll have the biggest impact in growing your traffic. And the last thing that I spend my time on a weekly basis, and these are the main tasks. There's a lot of other, ancillary SEO tasks that I work on for my site, but these are the main things. And the last thing that I spend my time on when it comes to SEO, believe it or not, is collecting tons and tons of email. I found that if I build a brand, they call it the rule of 7 in marketing. When someone sees or interacts with your brand 7 times, they're much more likely to evangelize it, buy your product, tell other people about it. And I found that over the years, if you build a brand, you rank higher when it comes to SEO because Google trusts brands. They don't want people to put out false information that can hurt others. So by collecting emails, putting out more lead magnets, maybe blocking off part of my blog post and say, put in your email to read the rest. By putting out free tools that allow me to collect emails. And then sending out email blasts. So then that way when I create new content, I can let people know about it. This allows me to generate much, much more traffic. Now, one thing that my team spends a lot of time on that I don't, but this has helped my rankings, is my team goes and updates a lot of my old content. And they just make sure it's fresh and up to date and still relevant. This isn't about word count or deleting posts. This is just about making sure they're relevant. Of course, if something's really outdated, like let's say about MySpace, a social network, and that doesn't really exist, we'll just delete that. But generally speaking, I have a team of around 6-7 people that just spend time updating old content to make sure it's still relevant, because we don't want anyone to read anything that's old or outdated that can hurt them. And by doing that, we continually maintain and grow our SEO traffic, and that's how an established website should continually spend their time. You can also add in a lot of other tasks, but that's where we spend the majority of our time to maintain and grow our traffic. If you need help doing this, check out my ad agency, NP Digital. If you enjoyed this video, like it, share it. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. I'm here to answer and help you out.